There are good guys and there are bad guys on the internet, and those that kind of dwell in between. These are called trolls. Sometimes trolls are good, sometimes trolls are bad, and sometimes they're a little bit of both.
A troll is someone who deliberately causes controversy.
A troll will post offensive material, or sometimes a carefully crafted lie, simply to get a reaction.
These kind of people just like to watch the world burn. They want to start an argument just for the sake of starting an argument.
So yeah, I'm just kind of exploring this house and trying to wreck it up as best I can. I don't want to cause extreme damage. Really what I want to do the most of is just put inconveniences.
What you don't see when you send a nasty tweet is that it can actually cause pain.
Selena Gomez is on the radio right now. Is there a volume lower than mute?
Dear God, give us back Tupac and we'll give you Justin Bieber.
You see internet trolling all the time, people writing crazy things on YouTube videos, on social networking sites. But it turns out that Sean Duffy, who's 25 years old, would specifically target families who had just lost a teenager in their lives.
There are hot button topics that you can make a comment about and just enrage people. And sadly for me, I enjoyed doing that.
Tell us a little bit more about the kind of threats and attacks you received.
So all of my social media sites were flooded with sexist and racist slurs and pornography, threats to my life.
I think the internet has given people a cloak of invisibility, a kind of anonymous thing where they feel they can do anything, say anything with no boundaries.
Anytime you give anyone the ability to speak, there's always the chance that they could abuse that ability. There's this weird fiction that equates free speech with speech without criticism. That is not only wrong, it's somewhat antithetical to what the First Amendment is all about.
If you're a female blogger and you say something and loads of people try and shout you down, where is your free speech in that situation? You are the one who's being silenced. So it very much cuts both ways. It's not as simple as simply saying, I should be allowed to say everything I want, otherwise you're impinging my free speech.
This doesn't amount to censorship. This is not about legally barring somebody from talking. This is about saying these types of comments are not welcome in this particular community. So I'm a big fan of self-policing, of communities creating standards, of community moderators getting involved, and people from within the community deciding what appropriate standards are in terms of codes of conduct.